So this is a new Triumph Street Scrambler. It's based on the Street Twin platform, same 900cc parallel to an engine, but this one's got slightly more changes, different changes. For starters, it gets spoked wheels, and the front wheel is a 19-inch front wheel. It gets different dual sport rubber, METZELER TOURANCE tires, Kayaba front fork of course, but this one is spaced out slightly wider and give it a more purposeful stance. And of course the handlebar is wider and taller as well, so it gives you a more upright riding position to aid in off-road riding. The Street Scrambler has the same 900cc parallel to engine, same changes. The components are lighter, so this one makes about the same power, 64 bhp odd power, and it revs freer than the outgoing model to 7,500 rpm, and it makes the same amount of torque. The engine makes about 18 Nm of torque, but on the Street Scrambler, it makes the torque at slightly lower revs. On the Street Twin, 18 Nm is made at 3,800 rpm, but on the Street Scrambler, that same amount of torque, the peak torque kicks in at 3,200 rpm. What that does is when you're riding off-road, you don't have to ring open a throttle too much. With minimal throttle inputs, you can power out, slide out, and this aids in off-road riding. This one, of course, is kitted out with a lot of aftermarket parts. This beak is aftermarket, this headlight bezel is aftermarket, these are aftermarket, and the rear shocks are aftermarket as well. KIB front forks, cartridge type, which aid in more stability, better handling. These are spaced out a little wider, like we said. Spoked wheels on the Street Scrambler, and the bash plate is also an aftermarket accessory. It also gets an accessory tire pressure monitoring system, so you don't really need to get down, go to a tire, the air pressure guy. You can check it on the bike itself. So that's a Street Scrambler. This one's priced at 8,55,000 rupees ex-showroom. This one's also priced cheaper than the outgoing model. Of course, it gets a completely new set of electronics. On the Street Twin, you now get two riding modes, rain and road. On the Street Scrambler, you get rain, road, and an off-road mode, a dedicated off-road mode. Each with different throttle maps, different levels of traction control. On the off-road mode, however, the ABS and the traction control is switched off completely, so that for experienced riders, you can have more fun riding off-road. So that's a new Triumph Street Scrambler. It's the entry-level Scrambler in the Bonwell family, and it's priced at 8,55,000 rupees ex-showroom. So far, these bikes have been assembled in India from completely knocked down kits or CKD kits. But for now, the Street Twin and this one, the Street Scrambler, have been brought in from Thailand. They're made in Thailand and brought in through the free trade agreement. So that's why Triumph has been able to price them very competitively. 8,55,000 rupees ex-showroom for a Street Scrambler. It gets 3 riding modes, a larger 19-inch front wheel, and the torque kicks in lower than the Street Twin. So that's the entry-level Scrambler in the Triumph Bonwell family, the 2019 Triumph Street Scrambler.